you feeling a little bit flat or uninspired when it comes to creativity? Do you want to create a daily habit of joyful creativity, joyful writing, joyful art, but find that days go by and you're still not being creative? Well, I've got one surprising trick that might help. I'm Dr. Meg, and this is the Joyful School of Writing, where you can make creativity and life a lot more fun. Okay, so I hope I don't make your eyes roll with this one, but hear me out to the end, because I actually think if we embrace this idea, it genuinely is a game changer. So one of the most surprising ways to be creative daily and get more of a habit, a ritual, is to think like a child, act like a child. And this is because children have got three main things going for them, which we adults have lost. And the first is, children are not afraid to make a mess. If you've spent any time ever with kids, you'll know that within about 5 minutes, the entire room that they're playing in is absolutely destroyed. They're not afraid to make mess if they're colouring, if they're writing stories, if they're building something, if they're in the garden. You know, they'll just get down to it. They're not thinking about the trail of destruction that they're leaving behind, or indeed even the end product. The second thing that kids have going for them is that they will just use whatever they've got lying around. So if they find themselves, just with some bottle tops and a couple of cardboard cereal boxes or egg boxes or something, they'll make a crocodile before you've known it. They will just have a vision from scraps and put something together. They're not limited to, again, things being pretty or kind of nicey-nicey. The third thing kids have going for them is that they're not usually shy, at least with people that they know and they love and their friends. They're not usually shy when it comes to talking about their art. They'll chatter on to a parent about the picture that they painted. They'll want it stuck up on the fridge. They are not shy to share their art. And so when we can think this way, we can be as creative as children are. And they are so hugely creative. They'll be making things every day. They come home from school, don't they, with like their little book bags or their backpacks stuffed with little bits that they've made, things made out of card. They make up songs, they make up stories. It's wonderful to see. And if we can have even a little dose of that in our day-to-day life, it makes daily creativity so much easier. So, using those three things that kids have got going for them, let's think about three practical, pragmatic ways that we can apply this as grown-ups. So, when it comes to, not being afraid to make a mess, my little trick for that is Post-its. Sounds weird, sounds silly. What do I mean by that? What I love about a Post-it is that adults have all these limitations, barriers, anxieties, worries that will always be amplified when we try and work in a lovely notebook or on a kind of word processor. There'll be these demons that are kind of hanging around whatever kind of space we're trying to put our creativity into. A Post-it has none of these. I feel like whatever we write on a Post-it is like the purest form of art, because we know with Post-its the stakes are low. We can sort of screw them up and chuck them away as soon as we're finished. So write on Post-its. Commit maybe for the next 7 days to just writing a Post-it once a day, or doodling on a Post-it if you're an artist. See how you get on. See how changing those boundaries, the place where you're doing your creativity, might affect you. So the second thing that we can do, kids, they have this wonderful ability to use what they've got. And this is a legitimate artistic creative tool that writers have used for, decades, even longer, forever. They take something that already exists and they kind of remix it into something else. So the famous beat poet William Burroughs is known for his cut-up poetry, taking little snippets out of books out of magazines and making new pieces of poetry on the page. Austin Kleon, one of our contemporary writers, is famous for blackout poetry, so taking a newspaper article and a Sharpie and just sort of deleting out all but 10 of the words. And the creations are absolutely wonderful, and you can achieve that in 5-10 minutes. It's a lovely example of using what you've got. So if you're thinking, I don't even know where to start with my creativity, grab a newspaper and spend 5 minutes, and there you go. You might have something to kind of get you going already. The third thing that kids are able to do is talk about their writing, talk about their art, talk about their creativity. And I bet you've got huge hang-ups with this one, but it's so important that you get yourself a crew, a creative crew. So if you download the free Joyful Writers Toolkit at the link below, I've got a whole section on this where you can fill in some ideas for getting people in your life with whom you can talk about your creativity. Maybe you'll think about creative mentorship, or you could just create a little circle of others who you write or create with. Whatever kind of art you do, maybe even if you're just a journaler and you do art journaling, not really to publish or share in a formal way, it's so meaningful and adds so much purpose to our practice when we have people who care about what we're doing and want to see us do well. So hop along to that link. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you go, and subscribe for future videos all about creativity and making life more fun. See you next time.